Yeah, haven't you heard about Paris?
Oh, all the bombings. I had to look that up.
Yeah, like terrorist stuff, dude.
I think it's the aliens.
Yeah,
The
that's what it was.
aliens are coming down and influencing the humans to kill each other off
So that they can just take over the world.
because there's too many people or social experimentation on human emotion, and
We're all just rats in a maze.
we are products of
That's true.
extraterrestrial experimentation.
It says French Air Force conducting major bombardment against ISIS targets in Raqqa, Syria, the French Ministry of Defense says. This is according to CNN. So there you go. Obviously aliens. I'm pretty sure everything's going to just blow up at one point.
It probably will.
We're all going to die. Doesn't matter.
The ladies and I, when we were having lunch at the museum yesterday, we were talking about like the idea of being scared or being afraid, and like, well, particularly when a woman is like when I'm by myself outside in the dark, and I'm like walking around the city and stuff, or when I'm in like a unfamiliar surroundings, being around types of people that we have learned to stereotype Middle Eastern people, like thinking that they're ISIS people. They want to blow you up.
Dude, that is not new though, because
But no, wait, I'm not done with my thought. I'm not done with my thought. So being afraid and putting yourself intentionally in dangerous situations, or being smart about. I lost my train of thought, so that's as far as
You just trail off. No, I'm not done with my thought yet. I want to tell you more things about
well, when you
things that are
interrupted
things.
me, I've lost my thought. It's gone now. Too late.
It has flown away and gotten blown up by ISIS.
People just gotta live their lives,
And not be stupid.
If you get blown up and when you're sitting at a restaurant, I mean, it sucks, but hey, you didn't have to pay for that food.
That is the most twisted positive spin on getting blown up at a restaurant I have ever heard.
The thought just came to me.
But hey, at least you don't have to pay for that food. That's the new reason why life isn't quite so bad. It's like, so what if you got in a car wreck and your guts got splattered all over the street? But hey, at least you don't have to pay for that insurance claim.
But I think, people, they put a lot of energy into fears, which is understandable because, our brains are built that way.
But people are going to find something to fear no matter what. It doesn't matter if they have ISIS or some other terrorist organization to be afraid of. They're going to find something to be afraid of. And they're going to find something to be prejudiced against if they have that in their lives. Like if they have been raised and if they subscribe to the idea of hating other things, they're going to find something to latch onto, because the differences between us are never going to go away. And the things that make us afraid are never going to go away. We will always have something to fear. Something will always be more stronger than we are. More stronger. We'll be stronger than we are. Yeah. Mother Nature herself is stronger than we are. We cannot control things like typhoons and hurricanes and earthquakes and crap like that. That's why fear exists. So we just have to be willing to accept that those things will be there and that we have no control, and that will suddenly give our lives back to us, and we can learn to just live life in such a way that those kinds of fears don't matter.
Global warming. People are like, save the earth and reverse global warming. There's no way to reverse global warming. The cause, I can understand. The cause of it, like the environmental impact, yes, it is caused by humans, but it was caused by generations and generations of humans. Not one generation can fix it.
It's like
unless you somehow, which is impossible to control future generations, of reducing recycling or reducing CO2 emissions into the atmosphere, making it more. I wrote a paper on this, but I can't remember it.
Yes, obviously you can remove the causes, but the process is underway. Now, okay, so you remember I don't know if you were there for the conversation we had with Joe. Probably not. But Joe came in and we were sitting down to lunch, and me and Krista and Will were there and Dad was there. And I said, okay, Uncle Joe, you're a paleontologist. you tell us, after centuries and millennia and eons of the Earth going through all of its natural cycles, is the current global warming process the result of nature, or have humans actually contributed meaningfully to it? And he said, humans aren't helping anything, but that's not why it's happening. This kind of stuff goes on. And not to mention the fact that humans helping and everything like that has pushed it to a point where it's already too late. He says it's not something that we can fix now. People didn't listen to the warnings back when they could have done something about it, and now we can't do anything about it.
Well, and how do you know that it's just not, it's like the Earth has been gradually making this shift like it always does.
Well, that's the thing.
It will always come around to a point of where it has to regulate itself and balance itself out, which may conclude with our extinction.
I remember when I took a geology class back in college, my professor pointed out, he said, look, the carbon levels during the time of the dinosaurs was 3 times what it is now. And they survived. Like, they were fine through that entire time period. It took a freaking extinction level event to actually kill them. The carbon didn't do that. I think of it this way. It's like trying to lose a whole bunch of weight all at once. It took you how many years to get as fat as you are now, and you want to get rid of it in like 10 minutes? Ain't gonna happen. You got to get it off the way that you put it on. We can real quick make a whole bunch of changes to our lifestyles and like super interrupt the way that we live for the sake of making a temporary fix. But that temporary fix isn't going to mean anything unless we change the lifestyle that we have been living for literally hundreds upon hundreds of years. Yeah, we can't control the people who are in the future, but at least we can control ourselves. So really all we want to do is affect the way future generations will look back at us when they realize they've got a problem that we had to deal with in our time and did or didn't do something about. If we all die, that means they will never exist, which means they didn't have to pay for the meal.
There won't be anything left.
There won't be anything left, which means they won't be around to care that there's nothing left.
This is why I view life of in terms of, I always keep the step back and give the bigger perspective, like the universe. All you have to do is, when you're feeling stressed, or when you're feeling overwhelmed of all these little daily stupid activities that you do, like go to work and all of these stressors of deadlines, and you have to do this, and you have to be this certain way, and you have to look like this, and you have to eat like this, all these different varying opinions. It overwhelms me. And so I just like, why don't people just keep a perspective like the universe? How about watch an episode of the History Channel about extraterrestrials? Because we are in our own little Earth bubble. Our brains are wired to, long live, prosper.
Live long and prosper.
Extend the life of our species, but compared to the universe, we are nothing. And it's just the continuation of whatever the life in the universe, space, a bunch of black matter, whatever,
Right. I totally understand everything you just said.
People got to just take a chill pill.
See, that I understand. Black hole, bubble, Earth, tiny, big by comparison. Things. Take a chill pill. That's what I heard.
Hey, man, welcome to my brain. I don't even understand stuff I say or stuff that I think. I'm all done with this conversation.
Next time.
Or not funner topics. We had some pretty fun topics today.
Yes.
We have some more fun topics.
Carter Conversations. Okay.
And okay, bye.
Anyway.